Hey there, brick and mortar business owners. Welcome to the podcast. I am super psyched about today's episode because it is jam-packed and I have a free download for you so that you can follow along and make sure you get everything in this episode. But before we dive into the nitty-gritty, I want to make sure that you are taking advantage of everything that you can for free. And that is by bringing over your social post that you posted last week, the best performing one, bring it over to your Google business profile. If you don't know what I mean by that, I want you to grab my Google workshop. Go to msmelisarose.com/deals. That's where all the goodness is. And click Google Workshop. It's a free workshop. And this workshop walks you through exactly what you need to do so that you can optimize your Google business profile, which is absolutely free for you to do. Okay. So when people search restaurants, Italian restaurants, or when they search physical therapists, or when they search chiropractor, you are coming up first in your area. All right. And you can do that free. And I teach you how to do that. So go to msmelisarose.com/deals and grab your free workshop. Now let's get real because this episode is one of my favorites. I do it every year and I'm super excited to share it with you. Let's do it. You've put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating a storefront that lights you up, serves your clients well, and contributes significantly to the community you love. You are my hero, and I affectionately call you a rebel woman. Hey there, my name is Melissa Rose, a brick and mortar business owner with a handful of kiddos and a few passion projects that I head up like this one. I'm also your visibility coach and consultant for a service-based business like yours. I'm passionate about helping small business owners thrive in their community and become the only option in town for their industry. In this podcast, we're going to share the nitty-gritty of running a successful brick and mortar business by sharing stories, talking strategies, and learning practical tips to run a kick-ass business. Ready to be inspired, empowered, and equipped to create the small business of your dreams? Let's get real. All right, everybody, we have flipped the calendar over to November. We are, first of all, I just want to say thank you because it will be this week that we cross over 25,000 downloads of the podcast. And I just want to say a big thank you. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for choosing to put me in your ears. There are a plethora of marketing podcasts out there. I know this. I love many of them. And the fact that you choose to listen to me, I so appreciate it. And 25,000 downloads over the course of our time, my time sharing my tips, tools, and things that I've learned in my brick and mortar to help you in your brick and mortar is a complete honor and privilege, and I don't take it lightly. So thank you. Thank you. And if you haven't left a review, I would love to shout you out on the podcast by if you leave an Apple iTunes rating and review, I will shout you out on the podcast. And please make sure you if you are a business owner, put your name of your store so I can shout out you and your brand. Okay? So just a huge thank you. All right. Now, we turned over the calendar to November, and it's comical about how quickly it's Halloween and now it's Christmas. And I love Thanksgiving, so it's really hard for me every year, but I understand it is what it is. All right? So I try to embrace it as much as I can. And today is Monday when I'm recording this, and this is my marketing day for my businesses. So it takes me all day to go through all the channels of my businesses that I have and update social, make sure the blogs are up and current, and just making sure everything's tidy. And I am working on the podcast. And one of the things I started doing was doing social posts for my brick and mortar. And realized, we got to get this Black Friday up and running. So I literally just spent the last hour tweaking the dates of when things are going to go out because we have done this now for 4 years, you guys. And there is nothing like a cut, copy, paste. Now, I will preface it by saying it's not verbatim. Every year we go through our offerings and does this make sense? Is this right? Does this feel right? Where are we at with numbers? Where are we at with pricing? Okay, so everything is looked at and tweaked, but the outline is there, and it is so awesome. And I do have to say, because I saw you last year, I saw you that downloaded this last year, this PDF that I have for you. And some of you are local to me. So I saw the emails going out, and it just warmed my heart so much because I knew that you listened to the podcast and you took action. And I love it. And I hope that you had some success with the Black Friday sale. And now that this year, it is easier for you to implement. Okay, so we flip that calendar and here we go, because we need to start marketing sooner than later. You do not just throw out something the day before or the week of. We are vying for people's attention. And you guys, even though I have done this 4 years in a row, we cannot use the same graphics or the same way of presenting. And it's very, very, very easy to do that. It is so easy to just say, oh, we have the graphic from last year, we'll just use it the same way. And I'm looking at myself. I'm like, shoot, we got to update that. We got to tweak that a little bit. It just doesn't work the same. Okay. So what worked last year visually may not work the same this year. Okay. So that's why I say we have the outline, we have the copy, but you do need to take some time to sit down and tweak it out. Okay. And make sure it makes sense for you. All right. With that said, this is an absolute great time to get new people in your space, to get new clients, to get your products or services into new hands. It's also a great time to thank your current clientele, all right? We focus so much on new revenue or new people walking in the door. What about the people that have been there supporting you for years and years and years, okay? So I really am mindful of that when I put out Black Friday things, okay? So I want to make sure I'm offering, yes, something for those new people, but also something that makes sense for our current people, all right? When you are thinking about your offerings, I want you to think, how can we be different? How can we be different? Because everybody does the $50 gift card for $40 and don't get me wrong, we're doing that, but we're adding some other things that are, whoa, I didn't even think of that. Oh my gosh, that would be really great. Or in how you market it, okay? How you say it. For us, we're talking about experiences. How would you love to give your granddaughter a unique experience that doesn't just get played with for the first 20 minutes of Christmas Day and then we're done? All right. So we're wrapping our marketing around that. Okay. So how can you say it different for you? One of my clients is a restaurant, and I said, are you doing any Black Friday promotion? Because I need to be on top of that because it takes time to do. And he said, well, I'm not sure. We can do gift cards. I go, well, I highly suggest not doing what everybody else is doing. He goes, absolutely, absolutely. And I said, what about gearing your Black Friday towards a bigger ticketed item? Meaning, versus going to your regular clientele, could you offer something for business owners? Now, where I'm going with this is, why don't you $1,000 and you get 10 $100 gift cards for your staff? Okay, so now you have $1,000 coming in versus 40. Okay, and then giving that, and then we'll cater lunch for you one day or something like that, like throwing in something like that, a bonus. Now, maybe you're a massage therapist. Could you do that? Rather than selling $40, $50, $60 gift cards, which I get we do have to do. You have to have some, levels of things, but putting your marketing efforts into a higher ticketed item that you aren't necessarily discounting, but you're adding a bonus. So buy $1,000 gift cards, get 10 $100 gift cards, and now maybe you have some products on your shelf. Maybe you sell oils, maybe you sell lotions. Okay, and you can give those as bonuses, okay? And now you're not having to give away your time. Does that make sense? So think creatively. Ask your team, you guys. Your team is a great place to ask and say, how can we do this better? How can we add more, All right, so this marketing process, you guys, starts soon. It starts in my template, I have you starting on the 15th. All right, so the 15th of November is when we start highlighting our Black Friday event. Again, you can get this all by going to MsMelissaRose.com/Black Friday. At the top of this, I have what I am doing. So I have some in-person things, I have some virtual things, and I also have some product things that I am offering. All right, I start out, I think I have 8 to 10 emails that I do throughout all of this. And you're going to be like, yeah, there's 10. Why? It's because people need to see it more than once. We need to get people on where they're at and they're on their phone. So this needs to be in email, this needs to be social, and we are also going to be adding a text feature. We're not going to do the texting as much because we pay for those texts every time they go out, but we are going to for sure add a text where check with a link to the landing page. So first and foremost, I want you to set up a separate link where all this can live on your website. So we have thedancinghouse.com/Black Friday. All right. And that way it can be hidden for the rest of the year, but then you just make it live when you need it to go live. And then everything's right there. Okay. And you can change out your graphics or whatever. So we start with an email on the 15th. And on the 16th, we have another email listing out what we do. And then we start with some social posts on the 17th and 18th. All right. So it's not every day, everything. We stagger it with different things. We have the 19th, another email going out. And in each of these emails, we're taking our events of what we're doing and just highlighting one of them. So for example, we have in-person and parties, and then we have virtual, and then we have products. All right. So in each of those emails, we're highlighting the in-person classes and birthday parties. And then the next email, we're talking about something else. And we're really not making it long, but saying this is what's on the docket and this is the benefits of it, or the benefits. Okay. So not just the features of what it is and how much it is and how much you're going to save, but the benefits, why you would do this, the experience, the friendships, the community, the confidence in the students. All right. For us. All right. So now we're on the 19th and we have a social post. On the 20th, we do another email. And this is kind of like, did you realize that this is what the studio offers, and this is how long the studio has been going on, and this is how many students have come through our doors. So just giving kind of that FOMO of like, this is a really great place to do work and be part of, and these are so many people that have been part of our community so far, and we have a highlighted video there too. Okay. On November 21st, we have a social post. What will you be taking home from our sale? And then, teasing it out. I am going to make my landing page live right away, like soon here. However, people can't buy anything until the 25th, okay, 12 a.m. on the 25th, or the day after Thanksgiving. So I can do that in my software where it's timed out there and everything is limited on when they can buy it. On the 22nd, we have another email, kind of teasing them again about what you've been told, the lie you've been told, or the story. So again, selling with story. We have a testimony here from somebody with Dance on Demand sharing how she learned how to tap all virtually. She has never taken a tap class in person. She's learned it all online. And I start the email out with a really good subject header with the number one lie you've been told about. I just say told, and then coming right in with, did you know that you can learn how to dance online? And this is who learned, and she's over 70 years old. Okay. So creating that story. So then we jump into November 23rd, and we have a social and email post, where it's just to set your alarm. It's going to get ready. Here we go. Get ready to join us. And you can put the time if you have your page set, or like you can put a timer on your website there. Of course, the 23rd is Thanksgiving, so we don't do anything there. We just do a social post. On the 24th, we have another email and social. Here we go. Let's do it. And it's super short. And this is where it's really fun to get the email notifications. I remember just hanging out with my family and, opening up my phone to my email and just ping, ping, ping of sales coming through. And it was really fun. And then it just continues. So we just keep going. There are daily social posts and emails all until Monday. And then what we do on the Friday after Cyber Monday, so that's December 1st, we just do one more email and social with products that we want to move. Okay, so maybe you have some merch or some hardware or whatever you have product-wise that you're like, I would like to get this off the shelf and get it out of here. And that's where we do buy one at 50% off and get the other one free. Like, we're just genuinely get it out of our place and take it. Okay, so if you have something like that you want to do, or you could just take it off completely and not do anything there. All right, so that's kind of the highlight view. Again, everything is literally cut, copy, paste. You can make it your own. You can tweak it. Here's some tips. Animated pictures do well, okay? So animated graphics, they do well. Reels are not performing as well right now because you guys, we have to amp it up better, okay? So if you would call yourself an average reel creator, just don't waste your time. Don't waste your time with reels, okay? Because they're not going to get the traction that they used to, all right? Carousel photos are performing really well right now, and animated photos, okay? So just tip right there for your social. For your email, it is extremely important that you pay attention to your subject. We are competing, okay? And just being real here, we are competing. So make your emails skimmable, make them pop with maybe certain words in a different color or in a bold or in italics. Not everything, but pick out certain words where it makes sense. All right. And then in your subject line, you need to grab them with really good subject lines. I have them in here. Make sure you add an emoji to that subject line. Make sure it makes sense to your business. For us, we can put ballet shoes. We can put little dancing people. Okay. Please do any and everything that you can. All right. This is not put it together the day before. Okay, this does take time. I'm not going to lie to you. This takes time. This takes energy. I have my assistant scheduling all the emails. That's the beautiful thing, though, is so much of this gets done beforehand. My assistant is scheduling the emails. She knows how we do things in my business. She's really creative, and I give her liberty with copy. I said, here it is, but make it fun, and she does. She's super fun with it. And then I am in charge of the social aspect, taking those graphics, amping them up a little bit, maybe, like I said, animating them or adding them to a carousel. Those are my tips. This is my spreadsheet. I am doing this every year. People have now, because of the repetition of it, people know that this is the only time we have really, really steep prices, and people look forward to it. All right. So I'm just telling you this. If you do this and you have success, please be smart and document what you did. Plan to do it yearly, because then it will just compound over time. All right. It's super fun. It's a super fun weekend. And then you can turn around and have fun with your shopping for your family and friends. Okay. I would love to hear. I see who downloads it. Okay. So MsMelissaRose.com/Black Friday. It will be, of course, highlighted here in the show notes. But please, if you had success, please reach out. I would love to hear and just cheer with you, because as brick and mortar business owners, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. We work so hard. You're my people, and I do this for you. So have a great time with this project, and we will see you soon. Have a great week, everybody. Peace. Bye-bye.